Happy Halloween! It's October 12th and we're doing a Halloween special. Today's video, we're going to be just chilling, relaxing, playing a little bit tarot cards, doing our readings. We have Dee, tell a scary story. We're doing a collab actually, so I'm excited. But with that being said, don't forget to follow her. Link will be in the description box. And don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. But let's get straight into it.
What do you think about tarot card reading?
I like it. I feel like you can find information that you didn't know about. Because people said that tarot is like a divination tool, which obviously it is, but people think it's evil. But it's actually not. In reality, it's just playing game. But what do you think about tarot?
At first, I thought bad of it, but then I'm starting to see it so much on TikTok of everyone going on live reading tarot cards, and it doesn't always mean bad things. So I started doing my own research. I wanted to learn. My mom had these tarot cards, and it was good, bad karma. And so I managed to just take that with me because my mom just left it in the garage sitting collecting dust, and I started playing around with it. And before I played around with it, of course you always have to read the guidebooks.
And by the way, we're not promoting tarot. We are just making a video of our opinion on this. I thought I mentioned that. So viewers' discretion is advised.
And they had the signs, the planets, and the houses.
Ooh.
So with my own reading, the first time that I tried it, I wasn't too sure. I was more skeptical about it. I was in disbelief. And as soon as I started reading the cards, it started making sense. I said, "Oh my gosh, this is true." I didn't know the pictures. I couldn't understand the signs. I mean, if you know astrology and you're into astrology, learn your signs. Trust me. The planets, it's so important to learn the planets because they all have a connection, including the houses. I believe there's 12 houses.
And I know that the 12 houses is subconscious, where it's like the unknown. That's the one main one that people don't pay attention to because it's like mysterious. They call it like the mysterious house or something. Well, we have 12 zodiacs, so I think that's why it correlates with that. But then the planets, well, we did have 9, but then Pluto was like, well, poor Pluto. But they did, took it off. So I think we have 8, or correct us if we're wrong. But I know that each planet correlates with one of the zodiac signs. And the only one that does correlate with Cancer is the moon. Did you guys know that the moon's the only that rules Cancer?
I'm a Cancer.
Are you? I was going to say Taurus. Oh, Venus. We're ruled
Yes.
by Venus. But back to tarot.
So when I did my first reading, I had asked, what is my love life like? And they gave me a lot of, I can't remember the cards exactly, but it gave me a lot of questions. I'm always questionable about my love life. If it's going good, it's going bad. I had to find the balance. That was my answer.
It took me a while to learn my tarot. No, for real, because when you think of tarot, right? You look at images and you're just like, well, what does these mean? The 4 suits represents the seasons, and each suit represents a certain element. So earth would be pentacles, air would be swords, fire would be wands, and water would represent cups. And I guess when you use those, it correlates into things. So when you think of pentacles, it's money or materialistic things.
Yes.
And then when you think of cups, you think of emotions, and then swords, thoughts or air sign, and then wand is fire, passion. Because when people do readings, they read it in a different way. So I could have said the 6 of cups represents, giving, but you could have saw the picture and you would have thought it's more of someone passing on an idea or an emotional attachment to someone. Because we all read tarot differently. There's no right or wrong way, Yeah. But I do want to say this. I did gift you a tarot.
Yes, and I'm so thankful for that.
Go ahead and show them. Now, I don't know if you guys follow the tradition, but in my tradition, as in the Wicca practice, she does not practice Wicca at all. But in my practice, we believe it's better to gift the tarot because you're passing on the knowledge, and that's been, I guess, contained within the cards to a new suitor that it can basically take care of the next person and give more information to that, That's so cute.
I love it. Thank you.
It's a vibe.
I really didn't know that tarot cards has to be given as a gift.
But everyone obviously don't have to follow that tradition. You can buy your own, you know. But for me, I do believe that it's better to pass it on
Okay.
because it no longer serves the purpose for that person.
Of course.
Does not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a tarot card? We want to know. Drop down your comment and let us know the name, the type, you know?
Speaking of tarot cards, have you seen that Netflix movie Tarot?
There's a Netflix movie called Tarot.
Yes, it's really scary. Well, if you're into horror movies, it probably wasn't scary to you. And if you are a tarot reader, you would probably think, no, that's all wrong. She's reading it wrong. It's about a group of friends. They go on a cabin trip, and it's one of those like Airbnb homes.
Mm-hmm.
They go down the basement and they found a book of tarot cards. Turns out one of the friends knows how to read tarot cards.
Of course,
It
of
always
course.
has to be one of the friends.
It's always that one friend. I'm that one friend.
I'm like,
I'm on your next because you're the one. You're the other friend. No, but yeah.
so she finds the tarot cards, and everyone asks who knows how to read these tarot cards. She herself, she knew not to touch the tarot cards, but because the friends were so curious of wanting to know their future or past, she reads them, and it all becomes like bad karma. Turns out those tarot cards are actually cursed.
Mm-mm.
Yes. If you have Netflix, look for tarot and watch the movie.
Make sure you have your own account. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Well, let's get to the next topic about tarot. We're actually going to be doing our own tarot reading. So skip to the next scene.
Mind you, I am a beginner, so if I'm wrong, please comment down below and educate me a little more. Moon Witch here, she gifted me these tarot cards, and are you an expert?
Yeah, but I'm not a professional tarot reader,
Okay.
which I do have to say that.
Mhm.
But I'm very learning. Like I'm a very visual and like person.
Okay. So, with that being said, Moon Witch will be educating me as we go.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So, usually, whenever I shuffle and it's messy, the cards pop out. I feel like I have to pull these cards.
Okay. Oh. Ooh. Now we are going to be doing the Celtic Cross. It's a spread, the Five of Cups.
What is that?
You look lonely. When I see the Five of Cups, I see a person feeling lost, a lot of being left out. Now, since it's the Five of Cups, cups represents emotional, you know? It has to do with water and it's giving that energy. So she's looking down, looking at these cups as they spill, but she's forgetting that she has two cups behind her. That's okay, but she's more worried about the front than the back. Now, we usually use the left hand. The left hand represents receiving. You're taking the energy for the reading. And right hand represents dominant hand, so you're pushing the energy out. Now I did cut the deck in half, and as you can see here, this side's more heavy and this side's more light. That means I'm going to get my answer because the card is not as thick as here. So whatever is not needed will be on this side, and she's going to put that away.
So, I'm going to do this one as the second card.
Which is going to be the cross card, meaning it's the cross of the reading, what's in front of you. And now it's in the cross, that means it's in front of me. It's the crossing of the reading.
Six of Cups.
Well, I'm getting nothing but emotional going on.
You keep giving. And I place this as the third card.
Think of it as the crown, where you're always constantly thinking, but this is subconsciously under you.
The past. Eight of Pentacles.
Now, even though it is in the past, because it's the Eight of Pentacles, it can also represent a person who's always learned to be a hard worker, who achieve in the materialistic side. Maybe this person was very good at arts. On the crown, yes. Now, as you can see there, you can see him holding the world in his hand, but there's two wands underneath him. But this is on top of the crown area, which represents the wand as passion, that fire, the goal that they're trying to reach. But the person's looking over, little didn't know that there's something lurking on the bottom of the rocks.
He's looking past the world. Even if he has the world in his hand, he's seeing past that. Queen of Pentacles. Now.
Love that. Love that.
Yes.
Queen of Pentacles. So
Yes.
she's the highest, right? Because the king is the highest, but everybody knows a king cannot rule the kingdom without his queen. So when you think of a Queen of Pentacles, you think of someone who's mature, earthly bound, very focused, very paying attention. Now, Pentacle represents earth.
I think of it like chess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even if the king is unalive, the queen still stands.
Mm-hmm. Checkmate.
All right. The Tower, the 16th card.
This represents my attitude towards the reading.
Done a spell on this tower. I see power. The wand here, the witch had casted a spell on this tower, and it shows empowerment.
For me, it represents as above, so below. Everything that she's created seems like it's about to fall down, but she doesn't mind. Whatever goes down must come back up, and also being rebuilt.
Okay.
This represents my attitude of the reading.
For more of a meaning, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the guidebook. Chaos and destruction. Sometimes things have to crash and burn to make room for something new and better. A fairy tale tower lies in smoking ruin. To one side is a witch with a mischievous look on her face, a wand behind her back with tiny sparks shooting out of it. A black and white cat peers cautiously out from underneath some nearby bushes. The witch is wearing a black pointed hat and a black cape, and both the cape and her long dark hair are blowing in the wind, created by the explosion. The feeling of the card is wild and chaotic, but not depressing. In fact, you suspect that perhaps this witch has purposely blown things up. You just can't, for the life of you, figure out why. Much of the time, that chaos and destruction has to occur to make room for something new and better. Take heart, try to see the positive in even the worst situations. You can survive the blast. Things to consider. Depending on where this card falls in the reading, the explosion may already have happened. You may have been the midst of the chaos, or a disaster may be on its way. If the tower has already gone boom, what can you learn from the experience? Look deep, and you may find that you already knew there was something you had to let go of. No matter how difficult the process might be, what can you build out of whatever remains? Totally incorrect. But thank you for giving me very educational purpose of learning this.
Of course, no, and I love it. And the fact that you guys are here watching both of us help each other grow, again, there's no right or wrong way to learn. You have to learn before, what is it? You have to walk before you crawl or something like that, right? You have to crawl before you walk.
You have to crawl. Yes, you have
Doink.
to crawl.
I saw a lot of things you were saying. I was like, I see it.
Okay.
But again, everyone see things differently, you know? But I saw your process and I saw the learning process and it's literally starting to click. So I was like, okay, bet.
I like this because you're also teaching me at the same time so that I can learn. And then I'm feeling the energy. At the same time, I'm a beginner and I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
The next card is Knight of Pentacles.
8th card, aerospace, which is going to be representing how people see you and how other people perceive you. I think that means the same thing. The Knight of Pentacles. So you think of a teenager at his moment of the journey. The page is like a little boy. Knight is like, you know, a teenager who's on his journey. And on here, he's holding on to a pentacle, right? Yeah. And he's riding on a broom.
Heading towards the right.
So when you think of the right, which way are you reading? So he's holding on and he's like, hey, I'm about to take off and go on and go with this. He's forgetting that he also have the world behind him. So why is he so in a rush to gain this, to get this? It's the fact that it's a pentacle, so it represents green. So you think of material, like the present, the now, the having.
And for the Knight, it means
teenager. Knight is more of like, Mom, I'm on my own. I'm about to head out into this world. So then you can also think of it as he's very outgoing. Like when we were in our teenage years, we were on the go.
The ninth card.
It's going to represent your hopes and fears. A lot of willpower. I want it. But since it's in the hope and fear spot, that means I'm scared that I have too much.
And you might abuse it.
Mm-hmm.
As you're going uphill, is it a hard journey? Is it a rough journey? Is it an easy journey?
The last card.
Nine of Cups. Positive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but the original card of the Eight of Cups was used to be called the Witch card, but then somehow it turned into the ninth, meaning she's receiving her blessings. She's finally getting all the things she's been wanting. She's been hoping and dreaming. And this is not on a materialistic side, but more of an emotional side. So her things that she's been yearning for, been wanting emotionally, she's finally going to receive. But here's the part. Why is it behind her? Why is she looking outward?
Her eyes are closed and she's enjoying the shore. All of these cards, you're moving past on that.
Getting the blessings that you've been wanting and you received it already. You just don't know it yet. And this is going to be at the final outcome of the reading in the 10th spot of the Celtic cross. So, from what you see, go ahead and tell them as if you were reading a story into every detail that is there. Not only do you look at the pictures, you also have to look at the numerology and also the space where the card is at, and also astrological wise, and if it's major arcana, more of or less of with the minor arcana.
Have two major arcanas.
No, we do.
In which you do,
Mm-hmm.
which is the Judgment and the Tower.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Pentacles. So yes, Queen, you are the Queen of Pentacles. A lot of Cups. You're still pouring your heart out. You're still giving. I'm gonna talk about you, Moon.
Mm-hmm.
You are positive. You're a nature lover.
A tree hugger.
Yes, and a tree hugger. First card, Five of Cups. You started with sorrow. Now the Judgment. That was the conflict.
Cross of the reading. So whatever cross your path, basically, what the reading is going to be about. You think of Judgment card, you can see her playing, she's having fun, so on and so forth. No worries in the world.
No cares
In the world. First, it started with sorrow, and then it became joy. No care in the world.
Yeah, that's why I like your positive energy, because I am that type of bubbly person, and get together, all the friends and family. Six of Cups. I hope in the near future I can get back to you. Even now.
And that was it's actually what the Six of Cups means. Giving.
Eight of Pentacles.
In the past section, that means she's learned and adapted.
Yeah, you've learned from what's in your past, and now you're moving forward. Have the whole world, which is Two of Wands. Of course, you have the world in your hand, but you're forgetting about the light. Here in your future, the Queen of Pentacles, as I have pulled this card on you before. Got your fruits in the background. You have, what was that saying? The giving abundance.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're
you're very.
Now, I may have been wrong about the Tower, the 16th card. You may have destroyed what have had come forth to you, but you're gonna use your wand and you're gonna build it up again.
It's gonna be in a spot where everybody thinks of me. So they think I'm very outgoing, I'm very always on the go, making sure I'm always doing things that I want to do. And that's how people perceive me, which makes it kind of weird because I'm not like that. Maybe because I'm always on the go. Like when I'm clocked in, I'm just working. So I totally understand that. In reality, that's not even me. I'm literally just calm. To be honest, I'm on autopilot. As soon as I clock in, I'm just gone, like working. So I can see why they see me like that.
I think Moon being your friend, I'm not saying in a bad way, but you're a workaholic. You get your things done. You get what your hopes and dreams are for, which goes back to, yes, the Eight of Pentacles. You get your money, you get your bread, just like the materials. Back to the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, you're a strong woman. You're always on guard.
And that relates to the card space of hopes and fears. Now, it's not a pentacle, but it actually is wands, which represents the willpower, the passion, the fire that I have inside. And I've been holding on so long that I feel like I can't hold on anymore. And that's why it's in that spot of hopes and fears. I've been working so hard doing TikTok videos, so on and so forth, that I'm scared that I might not make it enough to have this willpower and keep going. Because I'm not gonna lie, there are times when I do have moments where I just crack.
Yeah, you can see in the Ten of Wands, she's got all these brooms, and where is she going? Is she going down here? No, she's going uphill.
With
She
no
doesn't-
help.
Yeah, she doesn't know if even the cat is concerned. You can see it in the photo.
But then the final card would be the outcome.
Nine of Cups.
Receiving my bounty, emotional. I just have to finally not worry.
I keep saying this, but you're moving on. You're moving forward. You're forgetting about this. Getting all of your insecurities out. That's what I feel.
It started off all bad with that first card, but then every process that my journey was being read, it goes to show that I started from the bottom all the way up. Now, the Nine of Cups is actually the last card before the 10. The reason why I say that is because the 10 of Cups actually represents the numerology of one, so it starts all over the process. This is the right before it's about to start all over. So if I was going to get the number 10, that means I had to keep working hard at it, which is crazy, but go ahead and do your own reading. Matter of fact, check the book.
I didn't even know that.
Check the book.
So,
check the book.
Success at last. Success is wonderful, but don't let it get to your head. The Nine of Cups used to be called the wish card. You would make a wish at the beginning of the reading, and if the Nine of Cups appeared, your wish was sure to be granted. Its presence in a reading is certainly a good sign that you have either achieved what you've hoped for or are well on your way to doing so. Don't get too cocky. After all, life is uncertain, and wishes are tricky things. Yes, you should take time out to celebrate every achievement along the way, but the journey still continues, and you want to keep an eye out for the future wishes too. Here it says things to consider. If you had a wish granted or a dream come true, congratulations! So, congratulations to you, Moon Witch. Especially if you have achieved a goal you've been working hard on for a while. Just remember that nobody likes a smug witch. This card can be a sign of good things here and now, or waiting in the future. But it can also be a warning that you need to keep your eyes on the prize and maintain your good fortune through hard work and effort. Back to what I was saying, workaholic in a good way.
No, definitely. And that's why I said the reason why, remember how I said it used to be called the witch card? And also the reason why it's the Nine of Cups is because it's right before the cycle starts over.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because there's in numerology, there's not a 10. There's no number that relates to a 10. It's just a 0. So it starts all over. Just like the Fool card is the first our major arcana before the Magician card. So it's number 0, meaning it's barely starting its foolishness in a journey. Your reading was actually good. I loved it.
Thank you.
What did you guys think about her reading? Drop down a comment and let us know. No, it really was good. It gave me all my confirmation I needed. It's showing that my YouTube and my podcast and the TikTok, it's going very well, and I will be receiving what, in a good way, obviously positively, what I deserve.
There was a little curveball. You helped me pick it back up because I'm still learning this.
And I love that for you. And I can't wait for you to finally be like
I'm ready to be a master at tarot
stop.
reading. I'm just kidding. Not a master, but at least to my knowledge. to learn.
No, I loved it. I loved it. Damn, that reading was amazing. I thought you did a great job. To rate you,
Oh, thank
I'm not gonna
you.
lie, an 8 out of 10. And that's the truth. That's
Oh,
honestly the truth.
thank you.
You did everything that was very well. I love how you described everything that you read. The way you read my card, it was very giving. I felt like the
Oh,
confirmation I needed was in there.
thank you.
I love that you described every details. I love that you paid attention to every color, every like the cat, and even the cancer crab. I thought that was so cute because that gave it like emotion. Looked at the image and I was like, that's not what I saw. But when you looked at it, you started describing. I'm like, okay,
Now
she
it's
saw in
coming.
a different visual.
Yeah, I think the part five, six, the seventh card, you corrected me on that. So for me, I try to keep it positive, but at the same time, it was giving me like negative to positive, or is it negative energy?
Mm.
I wasn't so sure until you corrected me.
But you never know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about cards; they're tricky.
Yeah.
But it depends on the reader. So the fact that you saw that, that was still good. To be honest,
Thank
that was
you.
still good to me. But then obviously in my mind, it's like, oh, the tower's falling.
Mm-hmm.
Pick it back up.
Yes.
But again, in the next reading, so for example, that could have been over fears. Then, oh my God, you're always worried about things falling down.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Instead of, oh, you can pick it back up, but that's what you're like scared of. You know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I wasn't trying to ruin the story, but with your correction, I was like, oh, okay, I got it. So this and this happened, and this is your outcome. And
Hmm.
it was positive. The Nine of Cups.
I love that. I love that.
I personally love the reading too
Me too.
myself.
Just know I'm getting my wish.
Thank you for your educational purpose
And thank
for
you for
showing
your
me.
reading.
Oh,
But you guys, these information will be in the link in the description box below. And don't forget to check out the Halloween special on October 12th. Being said, happy Halloween. And I'll see you next time on a WitchDarkTales Halloween special, 31 days. Bye, everyone.
bye.